Hi, I'm Lisa, a practicing liminal witch and tarot reader with over 28 years experience in helping people find guidance through the cards. On this channel I talk about all sorts of witchy, spooky and mystical things that interest me and I hope will interest you too. Welcome to Beyond Authentic Witchcraft.
YouTube tarot reader Lisa Lee has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
We have a super strong connection here, right? Oh my God!
Hi, I'm Lisa from Beyond Authentic Tarot. I'm a liminal witch and tarot reader with over 28 years experience of helping people just like you find guidance through the cards. Now, my way of reading is a little bit different to some other tarot readers. With 28 years of experience behind me, I've learnt my own way with the cards. I often describe the way I read as it's like a reading from your best friend. So a friend might say to you, "Oh, I'm sorry you're feeling down. When you're feeling better, give me a ring and we'll go for coffee." But your best friend would say, "You haven't been out of the house in 3 weeks. Brush your teeth, get in that shower. I'm coming to yours. I'm going to pick you up and we're going for a coffee. And after that, we might even nip off for a cocktail or two." That's the difference. It's always what you need to know, but not necessarily what you want to hear. And if that sounds like something you'll be interested in, I'm going to be at the Roots to Life event on Sunday, the 15th of October at the Delmany Resort in Lytham St Anne's. And hopefully I'll see you there. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Sorry about that. I just had a bit of a disaster. So we do a members only live stream just before this one starts, and everything went really well. I had a lovely chat, talked about a couple of events and things that are coming up, festivals and things. That sounds really, really cool. Really good event, right? Really nice, lovely chat. I finished my first coffee, poured my second coffee out of my Stay Warm cup into my mug and promptly caught it and managed to spill coffee not quite all over, but all here, look, on the desk, all here. So I've just been mopping it up and everything, managed to get me cloth. Oh gosh, can't take me anywhere, can you? You can't take me anywhere. So yes, anyway, so I was just fixing that while I was like, oh, I haven't got a video queued up. So anyway, good evening, everybody. I hope you are all very, very well. Don't forget, you can join our membership if I press the right magic buttons, that is. It's not one of those. It's... It's a good start to the stream, isn't it? Here we go. It's this one. So there you go. You can join our memberships over here at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic if you want to. Now, where it says queue jump, ignore that because we're not doing that anymore. Now, thanks to the wonders of YouTube eventually sorting it out. Oh, Anne says you jumped the queue. Let me have a little look-see then. Let me have a look-see. I was literally just in the process of saying that we're doing it in-house now with the super chats. So it's now on the YouTube algorithm systemy thing for the super chat. So let me just log in to buy me a coffee. See, I wasn't prepared for that, you see. I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't expecting that. So while I do that, yes, you have done 56 seconds ago. I was just in the process. I know that's really cool. I will, and you'll be the first one out then, and you'll be the first one. There's also a super chat from oh gosh, there is. Look, I can see a starred one. Right, okie dokie. So Tracy and Anne. Tracy's came in just before Anne. So Tracy, I'll do yours first, and I'll do yours straight after, if that is okay. Oh no, no problem at all. just to read and open to what comes through. Okie dokie, no problem at all, Tracy. Right then, so before I go any further, see, look, you've caught me all off guard because I spilt me coffee. No worries, Anne. I'll do that for you, my darling. Right then, thank you for Holland for letting me know. I would have seen it in a couple of seconds when I went, oh, looking back up the list. Lisa better not do that anymore. What? My coffee? Oh, I know. It's ridiculous. Anyway, right. So, as always, there are some caveats to having a reading on this channel. One of them is that you've got to be 18 years of age or over, okay? You have to be 18 years of age or over. Why is that important? Because you make all of your own decisions about your own life. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counseling advice. If you're looking for support in those areas, as I always say, do seek out a professional in those areas, okay? That is super, super important. If you're looking for, if you want to know whether Uncle Bob is going to sail through his heart replacement surgery, oh, I don't know, the cards aren't going to tell you that, right? That's not the sort of thing. And even if the cards were capable of saying that, it's not the sort of thing I'm capable of delivering. Because what if Uncle Bob then has complications and then you hold it against me and all of that? So we don't do medical questions like that. Likewise, if you're in the middle of a legal battle with someone, don't take what the tarot cards say as legal advice. Do you know what I mean? Go and speak to a solicitor. Get that advice first. That's how we do it. Now, before I go any further, I do have to say I do use what I call my dragons. So we have Wispy, who is an air elemental. There's a whole podcast episode about what the dragons are, where they've come from, how to create your own dragons, perhaps. So if you want to find that, just look for the podcast feed. Sorry, my table is really wet. Just look for the podcast feed and have a look for the one that says Tulpas, Servitors, and Aggregors. And that will explain where they are. Oh, swearing. I didn't think I swore. But anyway, no worries, Anne. I'm literally going to do them right now. So we're going to do Tracy's first and then your one. So we're going to do that literally in a couple of seconds now, my darling. What was I going to say? There was something else I normally say in my... Oh, yes. How would you get a reading on this channel? Well, it's dead simple. As you can see already, 2 people have decided to queue jump. So you can still queue jump over at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic if you want to. That is very much appreciated. And you can also do it by sending a super chat, because now the channel is first stage, I think it's classed as monetized, which means we've now got super chats open. So if you would like a reading, you can do that by super chat. Anybody who queue jumps or super chats will automatically get their readings done first. Okay, so as you're about to see, I've got 2 of those in. We'll do both of those readings and then I will open up a free round. And how you get a reading during a free round is dead simple. You start your question with the word question and put it into the live chat. I will then grab one of those at random and read for that person. And then we open another round. If in the meantime somebody super chats or somebody queue jumps, then that person goes to the top of the list, or those people go to the top of the list. We work through that list and then open another free round. That's how we do it on this channel. The only other thing I've got to tell you is that I do have the most amazing bunch of people here as moderators, and they are more important on this channel than me. Okay, so if a moderator, you can tell if it's a moderator because on the YouTube their name is blue and there's a little spanner or a little wrench next to their name. That tells you they're a moderator. So if a mod says to you, how old are you, or please stop using that language, or whatever it is, if a mod says something to you, they basically control the channel, not me. I'm just the person on camera doing the tarot readings. The mods are the ones who keep it running. Okay, so they say what happens, and if they say, Lisa, this person's acting like a right old dick, don't give them a reading. Then I won't give them a reading. I won't ask questions. I won't delve into it whilst we're on the live stream. I will just basically say, okay, that person doesn't get a reading because the mods have said not to. Okay, so the mods are like, I answer to them, not the other way round. So then I'm gonna have to get I'm going to have to get a, oh, I'll tell you what, look, I've got a different cloth. I'm going to have to put that down. Or maybe not. Maybe I can just put this one. Or do I want to do that though? Do I want to ruin two of them? I must have something else, some other piece of fabric that isn't super important to me. No, I don't, is the answer. That's really annoying. Do I not have any other piece of random fabric in the entire room? No. Okay. I'm just going to get sticky arms. Never mind. Right then. Sometimes you wield the spanner with relish. Absolutely, you do. Absolutely. Right then, let's go ahead and start the readings then. So we've got Tracy Wallace up first, my darling. And I believe Tracy said, hang on, just a read and open to anything that comes through. Fantastic. Okie dokie, Tracy. And then I've got Anne, who wants a love reading as well. Okie dokie. So we'll do you two first. Right then. So as we always do on a Sunday evening, almost forgot what day it is. As we always do on a Sunday evening, we welcome in Wispy, who is our air elemental. And as I always do in between readings, we ring the bell. That just cleanses the space that I'm working with. And then we bring in the card cam. So then, Tracy, your reading, here we go, press that one. Is that the right one? Yay. There we go. Look, what's that? Oh, that's my microphone, and that goes to there. And so the cards would go straight on. Is that straight on, everybody? Just about, isn't it? There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Well done, Lisa. Anybody would think I've done this shit before or something. Hang on. She says now it being really crooked and off center. What am I doing? Right, don't touch. Right then, so I do have the Hocus Pocus Tarot deck here as well. If you watched my review of that recently, you'll know that it's not a deck that I particularly like, but I did say I would try using it on some of the lives. So if anybody does want me to use that specific deck, then I will do my best to. Right then, here we go. So then, dragons, our lovely Wispy. Tracy Wallace would like to know just a general reading and open to whatever comes through. Okay, my darling, we'll do that for you. This is so I'm gonna have to in a minute change the tarot cloth. There's no way around it. This is too sticky to use. Oh dear, oh dear. Right then, Wispy, Tracy Wallace, a general reading and open to what comes through. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll do a 6 card. Shall we do a 6 card? Let's do a 6 card. There we go then. So, oh, we've had a card jump. Thank you very much, Wispy. So that's going to end up as a 7 card. Right then. So 4 of Wands. This is your clarifying or modifying card, Tracy. Now, what this basically means, there we go. What this basically means is this card will be the lens that the other 6 cards gets viewed through, if that makes sense. So what is the 4 of Wands? For me, Wands is all about security. It's your sense of self, your sense of confidence, how you see yourself in the universe, all of that. You're basically how you function. The 4s are stability. Okay, so the 4s are talking about stability. You've got this, here we go, look, you've got the fire, the coal stove thing, there we go, the stove, which is obviously the symbol for fire, because fire is the element that the wands come under. Kettle, maybe some nice bit of bacon cooking in the pan there, or some vegan bacon, a bit of tofu, whatever it is. This looks like a really nice warm scene. The 4 is stability. So we think of the 4 legs of the stove or 4 legs of a table. It keeps everything nice and stable. However, this is reversed. Now, what this tells me, Tracy, is that whilst everything at the moment is kind of stable-ish, it can feel quite monotonous. It can feel quite boring at times, and it can feel quite same old. Okay, so that's the lens that we're looking at. Now, obviously, if you were here in person, you would do the shuffling and the cutting, but you're not, so I do it for you on your behalf. Right then, and I said we're going to do the 6 card reading. So this is my version of a 6th card. So we do the first 3 is what's happening on the surface, and the second 3 are what's happening under the surface, so in the subconscious, with our desires, our wants, all of that. So surface level, we have a major arcana. So the so this will be a standard past, present, future, if you like. So the past, we've got the Knight of Swords. Now for me, swords is your trouble and strife reading. Sorry, your trouble and strife suit. So that is all about challenges, obstacles, and things that you need to overcome, hurdles to jump over, basically. Now the Knight is very teenage rebellious energy for me. So that is literally the energy that is talking about kind of not really thinking too much about the consequences. Like it's interesting that this knight is carrying a dirty great big sword whilst on a bike. I mean, yes, they have got a helmet on, which would surprise most people when we talk about the night energy, but they are still cycling at some speed with a dirty great big sword in their hands. So there's not a lot of thought about what happens if, what if. So that's basically saying that in the recent-ish past, there's been, I don't know whether this is you or whether this is somebody around you, because it could also be literally like teenagers in your life or younger people. I've got a feeling it's you, Tracy, and I've got a feeling that this feeling of instability, this feeling of stability, but being kind of a little bit bored, a bit stuck in a rut, is kind of reflected here with this Knight of Swords. It's almost like you're looking for new challenges. You're looking for those things that are going to really make you grow through difficulty, if that makes sense. I know it sounds really weird, but it's that idea of a challenge and growth, and those things that are sent to try us, they're the things that we learn the most from. And it's almost like something in you is looking for that challenge and is looking for that way of testing yourself, almost to give yourself a bit of a spark. Now we've also got the 5 of Pentacles coming up in the present. So Pentacles is often seen as career, work, finances, money, but it's also effort. It's also connected to the earth energy, which is grounding energy. So it kind of feels like, so 5 to me are about upheaval. Okay, so we've got the stability of the 4 kind of getting a bit boring, a bit monotonous, a bit stuck in a rut, and then we go to the 5 where it's like, right now we're looking for some change. So I don't know whether this is you looking for change in your work life, or whether you are looking for change down the back of the sofa. No, whether you are looking for change in the sort of that effort, that sort of what I call green space. So it's all the things that grow. So whether it's looking in the garden and growing things, or whether it's like starting a new business, something here in those lines that you're wanting to expand on, and a bit uncertain of, to be honest, because the 5 is a card of complete uncertainty. And then in the future we have the World reversed. Now this is interesting, because the world normally looks a bit more like this, with a wreath and everything, and quite often you see a sort of a svelte maiden. Well, this maiden isn't as svelte as you sometimes see, but which is why I love this deck so much. It's such a really inclusive deck. But the World is kind of a portal card in the tarot. So it's the 21st card, but it's actually the 22nd. And it leads directly back to the 0 card, which is the Fool. So not only is it depicting a giant 0 on the card itself, but it also comes to the end of a journey and the start of a new journey, start of a new venture. It's like the cycles repeating, but not in the exact same way. So it's like spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then back to spring. It's never going to be the same spring twice, but it's repeating that cycle back. Now again, this is reversed. So it's saying here that there is something here. This idea of this cycle repeating is really not something that you like. It's really not something that you're wanting to have happen again. Does that make sense? It really feels like you're this stability, this idea of everything kind of being okay and going along tickety-boo is interesting until it really isn't. And when it's not, it's really starting to get a bit dull. Now, that's the top level. Under the surface, the thing that's really driving all of this. So interesting, the knight in the past, we've got another knight. So this is real, this is like really hitting home. Okay, so you got the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So this is a challenge based around your work, career, finances. I absolutely think it's that, Tracy. I don't know what you do for a living, but whatever it is, it feels like maybe you started looking for new ventures, maybe you've started looking for new challenges, or even brand new career, brand new sort of like completely going down that road. But it really does feel like there's this sort of element at the moment in the recent past of kind of everything just being, if I say a bit fucked up, right, I don't mean as in, I don't think it's you that's causing it to be fucked up. But the knights act without thinking of it, right? So they don't think about the repercussions. So amazingly, this knight has got a hat on, helmet on, and this knight's going off hiking somewhere. But do they have everything they need in this one backpack that's going to allow them to climb up a mountain and deal with snowy cold weather and all of that? Probably not. They're not really dressed for it, you know. And that night energy is always that energy that is sort of, well, do you know what? You say I can't do it. Well, fuck it. I'm doing it anyway. Sod you. I'm doing it anyway. I know, right? I said I wasn't going to swear today, and I've been swearing like a trooper. So, but yeah, so that in the past energy, both of these night energies back each other up. So I do think there is something here about wanting and needing a shift, needing a change. In the, ooh, there is a change. In the present, we've got the wands, a new start coming in. Okay. So there is a new start coming in. So there is something that's happened from here. Okay. So something has happened. So if this isn't you, then this is somebody around you. That is that. It's that teenage energy. Now, it doesn't have to be a teenager, right? When I say teenage energy, I'm not saying that you are a teenager. I'm saying that, or like whoever is around you is a teenager. It's that sort of, it's the pattern of behavior of a teenager. Does that make sense? That idea of, I'm doing what I want, sort everybody else. Because the ace is a brand new start. So there's something has happened here. And now you're in a position where you've got a brand new start. So the aces are new projects, new ventures, new, how can I put it? New, just a do-over, if you like, but a brand new path. That's the word I'm looking for. And wands is your sense of security and your sense of confidence. So something here has happened, and it's this 5 of uncertainty coming in, uncertainty where money is, uncertainty where sort of, even with the long term, because you've had to restart. So something here. So this is what's called a cairn. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So it's like a mile marker, and you can see there's another one here, and there should be one off in the distance. And so you've got this element of like key milestones that you're going through. So there's something here that has shifted your focus. So on the conscious level, it shifted your focus. Subconsciously, you're completely restarting confidence wise. So you are completely going again and rejigging. So it's almost like this world has already happened over here, because you're literally starting again. I don't know why I keep saying starting again, but you are starting again with your confidence. So whatever's happened here, like, I don't know whether this was an accident that you had, or whether some major life event changed, because either you were acting recklessly or somebody else was, but that's led to this. And then on the surface, we've got this world. Now, this world being reversed feels like it's not something it feels like it's not something that you want. So, okay, Wispy. I'm getting Wispy's an amazing dragon, right? He sends me messages. This message I'm getting, you rock my world. Is that a Michael Jackson song? You rock my world. Your world's been rocked. And that's why it's upside down. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay, maybe I do know what that means. Is there a heartbreak here? Because the Three of Swords. The fuck was that? I've got strange noises going off. I don't know what that was. So the Three of Swords is your heartbreak card, but this is saying, look, so in a lot of other decks, the Three of Swords is like a cartoon heart, you know, like a heart, with three swords going through it. In this deck, you can see the heart has already been punctured. Okay, so it's punctured, and this is actually the card of healing a broken heart. So somewhere here, possibly this teenager, or this teenage energy, there's a heartbreak, because this is now saying this is coming up in your future. So right, I'll have a look in the live comments in a second, but I'm changing. Now I've got all 6 cards. I'm changing. I don't think this is you being stuck in a rut. I think this is that sense of stability being like the rug's been pulled from under you, right? So I think whatever went on, you thought everything was stable. This coming up in the future changes this. So I think if you've, oh God, I'm just going to say it. I think whatever this teenage card is, right? This knight, sorry, it's not teenage, it's knight. But whatever this knight cards are, the fact you've got both of them coming up in the more recent past literally says somebody done you wrong, right? Somebody did you wrong. This Four of Wands is backing that up. So everything was fine until recently, and somebody's done you wrong. Because we've got the heartbreak card, I would say somebody has, I don't know whether this is a relationship, a friendship, somebody like a family member's turned their back on you, something somewhere, someone's been an arsehole, and they've left whatever you were doing, because it's meant that you're now finding it hard to see where the direction is, because there's no path here. And the 5 is that card of upheaval and that card of everything being a bit topsy-turvy. But it's like you've put a brave face on it with this Ace of Wands. So it's like you're saying to yourself and everybody else, do you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I might have lost my job to Debbie in accounting who was shagging the boss, or, you know, my fella might have walked out on me, or my girlfriend's left me for, you know, the woman who works in a chip shop, swears she's Elvis, whatever it is, right? Something has happened here, and on the surface you're like, okay, we're just trotting on, we're just trudging on, but actually underneath you're really, it's knocked you for 6, and you've had to start a brand new process. And this process is the Ace. So there's a new confidence building, because whatever's happened here, Tracy, right? This is not your fault. This is somebody being a dick, right? Family member, best friend, lover, whatever it is, they're being a dick. They are acting out like this teenage energy, right? They just bear them no mind. This is the interesting cards, though. The fact that you've got the heartbreak card, which in this deck is actually a positive, because in this deck, these 3 wounds, I don't know where they're, oh gosh, I've got hiccups, sorry. These 3 wounds are being stitched. I don't really can quite see, look, they're being stitched. So there is some healing happening. These 3 needles and threads are healing that broken heart, right? So although at the moment it feels like your world has been turned upside down. It hasn't. Like, this is a time for you to heal, and you will actually get through this, my darling. You will absolutely get through this. The fact that the world cards come in at all means that you do have some choices and some options here. I'm going to pull you one more card. Wispy, we want, and sorry everybody, I know I've gone on, but if this isn't heartbreak, then I've got no idea what it'll be, to be honest. A friend, family member, or lover has done you wrong. Ooh. Right. Don't let them back in. Don't let them back in. They're going to come back. They're going to come knocking. They're going to come knocking. Right. Let me change cameras. Where's me? Is that not working because it got wet? Oh, no. Hang on. I'm definitely going to have to change cloth. Tracy, there we go. Tracy, this Knight card, this Knight of Wands coming back up, right? This one coming in. I literally was pulling the card for longer term. Whoever this Knight energy is, whatever's happened here, whatever this betrayal is from this friend, stroke lover, stroke boss, stroke family member, they're going to try and come back, right? They are going to try and work their way back in. Do not let them back in. I mean, you make all your own decisions about your own life. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only, but the fact that you've got the heartbreak card in the world reversed means that I don't think this is that long ago. I don't think this is probably within the last 3 months or so, because you're still healing. This heartbreak card is in the future. So this card of everything being put back together again and having the heart start to mend is in the near future. So it feels very raw right now. So when whoever this Knight of Wands, whenever this card comes back in, it's reversed, which means you aren't going to reach out to them. They are kind of bloody annoying neighbors. I don't really can hear that in the background. They are going to come back in, if that makes sense. They are going to try and come calling. You're going to get a text message or a phone call, almost like a booty call late at night. And whatever's happened with that night, whoever that is, whatever happened, they are going to try and wheedle, if that's the word, their way back into your good vibes, right? Your good feelings, your good graces, whatever it is, right? They are going to try and work their way back in. It's up to you if you allow them to come back in or not, but the fact that that card is reversed is literally saying they haven't changed, right? They'll tell you they've changed. Oh, I'm really sorry. I've realized I shouldn't have said that. Like, we've been friends for ages. I shouldn't have said that. Bullshit, right? You know, like I'm your sister. I'm your whatever the connection is. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, we should be closer together. We should look. No. The truth came out of their mouth when whatever they did, whatever they said, whatever's happened, that was them being authentic. The fact that they've now realized and they're having to pay some consequences, when they come back, it's because they're going, oh no, my life's really difficult now because mum's having a go at me because I've fallen out with you, or, you know, I've had to move out and now I'm living out of a suitcase at my mum's house, or whatever the hell it is, whatever that connection is. They will try and come back in. They will try and get back in your good graces. They haven't changed. This leopard is not changing its spots. You've got 3 Knight cards. 3 Knight cards. That leopard is not changing its spots. Anyway, hopefully that helps. And let me have a little look actually in the live chat and see. Oh, I need to change this. It's really wet. I keep putting my arm down on the way I've spilt the coffee and it's doing my head in. Hang on. Had a wonderful time for 17 months, but distance and his job change made me not worth the effort. Okay, so is this a fella then? Is this a romantic situation? Thank you. You needed that. Trust is gone. Okay, spot on. Totally. Okay. Well, I don't know what's happened then, but it sounds like spot on. Totally. If that is the case, then, and it is a relationship that's gone, then yeah, like, you will heal from it, my darling. You will heal from it. This is why I love this deck, right? And for anybody else that's watching, the Fifth Spirit deck, even in a card like the Three of Swords, which is this like, it's universally known as the heartbreak card in the tarot, in every tarot suit, because that's what it is. That's literally how people see it. In this deck, you've got those threads, so it's healing it. It is working on it, if that makes sense. It is actually, it's being able to repair it and move forward. So that heartbreak isn't going to affect you forever, my darling. So whatever's gone on, when that knight comes knocking or comes texting or whatever for a booty call, choice is yours, but I know what I would say. And anyway, my darling, I hope that helps. Anne says, have to turn down volume, but we'll stay on the video. You're single and you will listen later. Okay, my darling, and you're looking for a love reading. So I will, there must be, give me 1 second. Let me just see if I can find any cloth or anything. Oh, I know. I can sacrifice. Oh, sorry, everybody. I can sacrifice. Oh, I'll sacrifice that. I didn't like it anyway. A witch casket 3-card reading clothy thing. Oh no, actually, I'm not gonna use that. I will use the other one. Oh, bear with. Sorry, everybody. Give me a second. What's that? There we go. I will sacrifice a bag, one of these tote bags, and I'll just put my, if I do it like that, there you go, then I can rest my arm on there and I'm not getting all sticky with coffee. Right then, Anne, yeah, you've got this, Tracy. Yeah, absolutely, my darling. The fact that the Three of Hearts has come up upright in a positive place in the future, you've got this. Just don't let that night come back in. Right then, Anne says, I've got your question here. You would like a love reading, my darling. Okay, we'll do that for you. So then, Wispy, hang on. Oh, where am I going to put? Is that wet? Oh, no, it's not. It's dry. Right. I always forget that I can move the camera over and then I need to be on camera, if that makes sense. Right then, Wispy. Good evening, my darling. Wispy. Anne says would like to know, would like a love reading, please. So then, Anne says would like a love reading. So everybody else, get yourselves ready. In about 7 or 8 minutes time, we will have another round opening. So be prepared for a round coming your way very, very, very soon. Right then, Anne. Let's have a look. I tell you what, because I did a 7-card reading for Tracy, I'll do you a 7-card reading as well. How about that? Let's be fair to be fair. So then, we haven't got a card flip. So Wispy, we're going to do the horseshoe. So again, we'll do your cut. Oh. But say it wasn't entirely certain where it was going then. By the way, if you're new here, how we do this is that anybody who Q jumps over at Buy Me a Coffee or sends a super chat, that's what they're called, they get to Q jump and they get a reading up next. Everybody else, if you would like a freebie reading, you just need to wait till I open a round, and then that round, pop your question into the live chat, starting with the word question when I open a round, and I will grab one of those at random. Right then, Anne, we're going to do the standard. Oh, how? Okay, we've got the world again, but this time it's upright. So this is a love reading. See, we've got, there's none of the other cards are coming up the same apart from that one card. So that's really interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, interesting. Right then. So once again, let me just have a look at this one. So we've got the world again, as you can see. Now this is in the past position. Okay. So this is saying that I think in the past, I don't know how old you are, Anne, or what you've done in your life, but I do think you've had a deeper, meaningful relationship in the past at some point. Okay, so I don't think that you are 17 or 18, because you've got to be 18 to get a tarot reading. I don't think you're 18, you know, never been kissed, you know, innocent to all these things. I think, not that I'm saying, you know, nothing bad about that, but I think that maybe you have had you know, at least one significant relationship in the past that felt like it was taking up your world. Okay, because we've got the world card coming up, and because it's literally talking about it feeling like this is like a portal. When you step through, you're like stepping into a whole new way of being, a whole new set of experiences. And that is something that when you're in a relationship, that's what it feels like sometimes, doesn't it? It feels like you're on another planet, you're in your own world. And I think you've experienced that. However, in the present, we've got the King of Wands. Now, interesting, the King's got a red flag. So I think that whatever happened with this relationship is kind of making you stay a little bit wary of people now. Does that make sense? So it's almost like, hang on a second, I'm on the wrong blooming thingy. There we go. Star reading. So it almost feels like what you are looking for, you're a little bit wary of the people around you right now. That this past relationship has made you a little bit more careful, a little bit more kind of, you tread a little bit more carefully these days in terms of romance. Now, again, King of Wands is a great card. It's all about confidence and security, but the kings can sometimes be a little bit alpha male-ish. Do you know what I mean? They can be a little bit testosterone-y, and sometimes that's something to be a little bit aware of, and maybe that's why you're getting the red flag. Certainly if the person before was a little bit testosterone-y. Now, the influence, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So I do think that you are wanting to start over. I do think you are wanting to completely start again. Now, Pentacles normally means money, but I like this card because it's talking about the other aspect of Pentacles, which is talking about growth. So this bulb is being planted for the long term. So I think you're looking for something more on the long term. You're not looking for a little bit of wham bam, thank you ma'am. You know what I mean? There's more to life than just the, do you know what I mean? And I think that that's something that is influencing you because it's in the influence position, and that's where you're looking for something deeper. You're looking for something a lot more sustainable, and at the moment the people around you are just red flagging. Now, we have got a warning card in the obstacle position. For some reason, I can't speak today. We've got the Nine of Wands. Now, Wands, as you heard me say a lot, is about security, but the Nine is at its pinnacle. Okay, so the 9 is at the top. For me, the 10s are when things overflow. So the 9 of Wands is somebody who is super confident, super sure of themselves, but this is reversed. And again, I think for you, my darling, I think it's like anybody who comes across like that is an automatic red flag for you. It really does feel like the people that are so sure of themselves, it's teetering on the balance of confidence versus arrogance. And it's like, for you, I think you've had your fingers burned one too many times. And I think for you, it's that thing of, oh no, if they're that sure of themselves, they're just going to be a cocky SOB, and then they're going to end up arrogant, and they're going to be this alpha male BS. Trying not to swear. And I think that for you is a real warning sign. Now, interestingly, how other people see you in terms of what you're looking for, they see you as always going for the wrong person. They see you as going for the king, but the King of Swords. So it's almost like your friends or family go, do you know what? And always picks up. And again, the king energy, when I say king, it can be any gender. It's that person who is super arrogant, super cocky, super cocksure. It's that type of vibe. Okay, so I think people see you as always choosing the wrong uns, and it's like, oh bloody hell, Anne's getting into a new relationship, oh but she chooses the wrong one. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of those situations. I don't think that's true. I think you are drawn to confidence as much as you're put off by arrogance, and I think that's a really difficult line to kind of to tread, because you want somebody who's confident, but if they're too confident, the red flags go up. Do you know what I mean? Now hang on. Yes. So, sorry, I was like, for a split second, I was only counting 6 cards. My brain does not want to work today. In the advice, we've got the 6 of Wands reversed, right? Again, Wands is security. Now, the 6 here is a really interesting card, because for me, the 6s are normally talking about community. So it's talking about friends, family, loved ones, all of that. But this is reversed. So it's kind of saying, look, don't let other people put you off, right? Don't let them push you into something or make you back away from something just because they've got an opinion. If you are really drawn to someone and other people around you are like, if it hasn't sent your own red flags off and you're not getting any wibbly wobblies from the sort of 9 of Wands energy, if you're not getting any of that from them, why not date that person? You don't have to go full on into, we're going to get married now and live happily ever after. You can date that person. And that's what this card is saying. It's basically saying, look, don't let everybody else's opinion judge for you. Go by your own instincts, go by your own impressions, and be confident in where you go, because everybody else is swaying you one way or another and you don't know which way to go. What is your gut telling you about romance? What is your instinct telling you? And then that leads you to the 2 of Cups. Now, this card is as important to me as the Lovers card, right? Absolutely. 2 of Cups is literally talking about 2 people coming together. Nice trick if you can do it. No, 2 people coming together romantically and in a way that is kind of like 2 hearts becoming one, if that makes sense. When 2 become one. Because Cups is your emotional suit in the cards, and the 2 is literally about a joining of a couple. So I do think there is love around you. I do think that if there is somebody in your life at the moment that is kind of entering your life with a question mark over whether or not it's going to be a romantic venture or a romantic sort of connection, then it does feel as if there could be something positive happening. Just bear in mind that sometimes, as much as I said other people see you as always choosing a bad one, sometimes you have to listen to your own gut instinct. If that red flag goes off, even for a split second, then maybe there's, listen to that advice, listen to your gut. But if everybody else is saying, oh, well, you know, and you always choose the bad ones, oh God, why is this one going to be any different? If you've not had that red flag, then just go with it. Date them, see what happens. But it's definitely a 2 of Cups coming up in your future. And with that, my darling, I hope that helps. So yes, I hope that helps. I know you've had to mute us and go off and do something else at the moment. So hopefully you'll come back on and be able to tell us before the end of the stream. Anyway, thank you very much for your question, Anne, and thank you very much for your question, Tracy, earlier. There we go. That's what I was looking for in the live comments. No, I think Anne's had to go off. But yeah, hopefully, Anne, come and let us know in the before the end of the stream at 9 o'clock whether you can take that. Right then, everybody, it is time to open up another round. Let me just have a quick look at buymeacoffee.com, see if anybody else has jumped over there. No, they haven't. So then, if you would like a tarot reading on this channel, there's 2 ways to do it. The first way is to donate via a super chat or donate, buy a Q Jump over here at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. The second way, if you don't want or can't afford to Q Jump, then you can pop your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will grab one of those at random. Okay, so that is what we're doing right now. We are opening, come on, my mouse is a bit sticky. I think I got a little bit of coffee in it. We are opening another round. So if you want to know again what I just said, here's a handy dandy video telling you how to get a reading. Yes, indeed. What will your cards say? Let's have a look. So it looks like we've had a couple of messages and comments come in. Right then, it looks like we've got 2 questions in. So, oh no, hang on. Is that more? No, that's Patricia's. That's our lovely Patricia, who is a mod. So then we've got 3 questions in. So you've got a 1 in 3 chance, a 33% chance of getting yours read. And I'm just scrolling up and down and we're clicking on this one. This click the stupid. Did I get coffee in this? I might have got coffee in my mouse. MP. Good evening, MP. Hang on. I've got it highlighted. There we go. Will I get a new job by next year and get rid of my old boring job that I'm currently engaged in? Let's have a look for you, my darling. Let me just take the banner off. Right then, let's bring in the card cam. La 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 la. And we will swap that over. And let's have, where's that go? To that? Nope. To that. There we go. Perfect. And let's have a look then. So then, Wispy, my darling. MP would like to know, will they get a new job by next year and get rid of their old boring job that they're currently doing now? So is MP going to get a new job by next year and get rid of their old boring job that they are doing at the moment? Let's have a little look. Oh, okay. Wispy's saying, right. Okay. For some reason, I'm being told to completely embarrass myself and riffle shuffle. Now, you know, if you've watched any of the, I can't do that. I don't know why I'm being told to riffle shuffle, but there you go, Wispy. I don't know what you needed me to do, but there you go. It's riffle shuffled. So Wispy is my air elemental dragon, and now we're going to do the cut. And basically, Wispy connects to the. Oh, I was expecting it to go there where that split was. That's interesting. That's interesting. Interesting, MP. Right then, let's have a look. So we are going to go a new job by next year. So we're going to do the situation, the obstacle, and how to overcome the obstacle. So the situation, King of Pentacles reverse. You ain't getting paid enough. You are not getting enough money at work, are you? Money is the issue, not just the fact that it's a boring job. You're not getting paid what you do, my darling. You're really not. The obstacle is the 6 of Pentacles. Right. Okay. This is interesting. And then we've got the 2 of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. Right. So Pentacles is all about career, work, finances. So all of these are Pentacles, right? So will you get a new job by next year? Let's have a look. First of all, we've got the situation. The situation is the King of Pentacles, right? So you're not getting paid enough money. You're not getting paid what you are worth. The King, literally, this card is the King is in his counting house, counting all his money. That is what the King of Pentacles is, right? So you can see gold plates here. One of the gold plates has some cakes on. Another gold plate is just put it on the floor. Just throw them on the floor. Why not? So this king, your boss or your company are not paying you enough. They don't see your value. They don't see your worth. In the obstacle position, we've got the 6 of Pentacles. And so basically this card is all about charity and donating. So this is basically saying, I think you are being pushed to do more hours than you're being paid for, more work than's in your contract. It's like you're supposed to finish at 4 o'clock on a Friday. You're still there at 6:30. Oh, you'll do an extra shift. You'll pick up an extra whatever here, a couple of hours there. I need you to come in the morning from 9. I'm not going to pay you any extra, but I need you to come in. All of that is going on with this card. And the minute you start asking questions, it's like, well, you know, there's 15 other people who want your job. So that is what the obstacle is. The obstacle is that basically, I think you absolutely need to get a position where you are respected, because right now it feels like you're just a number. You're just a number, MP. And then in the how to overcome it, we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So this is using one of either 2 things. Okay, this is either you connecting with somebody you know to get a job, so a word of mouth job. It's like a friend is going to say to you, or somebody in your family, somebody you're really close with, is going to say to you, I tell you what, MP, why don't you interview at my place, because they're looking for ... Or why don't you go and ring up over here, because they're hiring for after Christmas, go and have a look over there ... So there's something here that this is through word of mouth. Okay, that's how to overcome this obstacle. It's not, I don't think it's to stay where you are. I think you do need to shift on. Absolutely, 100%. So then, Wispy, we're going to ask one more time. We want one card. Is this job change going to happen? Is it going to happen before the end of this year? Because there's two months and a bit left. Is this going to happen before the end of this year? Upright is a yes. Reversed is a no. Okay, Wispy. So what have we got? Oh, upright. Oh, okay. Okay, so there are going to be job offers coming in. Okay, MP. There are going to be job offers coming in. There's going to be something here that happens before the end of this year, but be really careful that you're not jumping from the frying pan into the fire, because we've got the Knight of Swords. And again, swords is trouble and strife. Knight is that rebellious teenage energy. So be really careful. The thing to remember is, at the moment, even though they may not pay you what you're worth, and they may want you to do extra hours and everything else, you do still currently have a job, right? Just keep reminding that, because at the moment, you've still got a job. And the worst thing to do would be to jump before you've got a new one sorted. But there is definitely going to be something that comes in that you think is going to be a really good opportunity. Don't believe it. Don't believe everything that you're told, because the Knight is rebellious energy, teenage energy. They don't care. They act first and think later. And swords is your trouble and strife. Okay, my darling. So make sure any offer you get, anything that's serious, you want to see a contract before you leave where you are. It might be a really rubbish. You might hate it. You might really hate your manager. But at the end of the day, that is better than not having a job at all. Do you know what I mean? Sort the new one out before you leave the old one. And whatever comes up towards the end of this year, because I think this is saying it's like November, December time, whatever comes up then, I wouldn't take the first job, because it doesn't feel secure. Okay, my darling. But again, it's entertainment purposes only. You do make all your own decisions about your own life. Right then, everybody. Let's have... Oh, first of all, let's go and have a look and see what MP has said. Wow. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense to them, my darling. Oh, I'm right. Oh, thank you. Oh, MP, listen, all the very best, my darling. In the current world climate we're in, any job is better than no job, right? I'm not saying don't move. I'm just saying make bloody sure that you've got somewhere to go to first, if that makes sense. Right then, No, I'm okay. Thanks, mods. I'm okay. We can keep going for another hour. I'm just COVIDing, if that makes sense. We're just a bit tired. But let's have another round open. Let's open another round. In fact, shall we have, I tell you what, have I still got, did I leave it on here? Yes. Shall we have a quick 30-second, 20-second, whatever it is, dance break? Right? No worries, MP. No worries, my darling. I hope it helps. And let us know when the slightly dodgy offer comes in. Let us know what it was. That'd be really interesting. Right then, we're going to have a quick little 30-second dance break, right? Now, this dance break, I want you to do it all with me, right? You've all got to do it with me. Otherwise, I'm just an idiot on the YouTube's dancing. And I don't do that, which is why I'm hardly on TikTok, right? So the dance moves, what we do is we start over here. We click our fingers. We bring our hands all the way around to here. And we click our fingers. And we do this. At the same time, we move our heads in the opposite direction, like this, and like this. And it's called the Carlton. Right? It's literally 5 seconds. That's all it is. Right? So I want you all to do it with me. Are you ready? There you go. That's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. Dance party. Dance party. Yes, indeed. Just gets the energy up. Right. Let's do another tarot reading. Shall we do a tarot reading? Let's open a round. If you would like a question, how would you get a question on this channel? It's dead easy. Spooky. All you need to do is put your question into the live chat, starting with the word question. I will then grab one of those at random. If, however, you don't want to take the risk of going in with everybody else and putting your name in the hat, you can go straight away to buymeacoffee.com/beyondauthentic and QJump, or you can send a super chat. That's how you need to do it now. Send a super chat or QJump over there, and that will get yours immediately and guaranteed. Otherwise, pop your question into the live chat, starting with the word question, and I will grab one of those at random. Go ahead and do those things right about now. Yes, indeed, it is Spooktober. We are getting ready for Halloween. It is, in fact, how many days? 23 days until Halloween. 23 days. And you know what Halloween means? Once we get past Halloween, it's officially the run-up to Christmas or Thanksgiving if you're American. Once we get past Halloween. Now, look, I know there's already Charlotte Dilbury. Hello, darlings. Would you like to look super young at Christmas? All those Christmas adverts are already starting to hit the YouTubes and hit the telly, but it's not officially. You can't have Christmas yet. I refuse to buy a mince pie until after Halloween, right? That's the law. So, right then, let's... Is anyone else like that? Are you like that? Let me know down in the comments. Are you somebody who refuses to start Christmas until after Halloween? I am. I absolutely am. Right. We've got some questions in. I am going to scroll up. Hang on. Before I do that, let me just wipe the little mousy thing, because I did get coffee in it earlier. And I keep clicking on things and it keeps... I know, I spilled half a cup of coffee on my tarot desk just as I was starting the stream. Can you believe it? Right then. So we are going to go up and downy, uppy, downy, uppy, downy, and... Oh, sorry, I hiccuped. Sorry, I hiccuped. That was really painful. Oh. And we're going to click, and I'm looking at you, so I'm not looking where I'm clicking. I'm clicking on this one. Hang on. I can't read it. There we go. It's blue. Question. Vrinda Sharma, sorry. Question. Guidance on my career after college graduation. Certainly we can look at that for you, my darling. Let me just click on. Yep, we'll have a look at that for you now, my darling. So we are looking at. Okay, Ed, my darling, have a lovely evening, and hopefully we'll speak to you very soon, my darling. And yeah, have a lovely time. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for popping in. Ed is one of our lovely moderators. So yeah, thank you, Ed. Have a lovely evening. See you soon. Oh, look. Oh. Get the plug in there. There we go. Neil, who is one of my moderators, he's one of my oldest and closest friends. He's basically my brother from another mother, and he's my co-host on the podcast. He runs Necronomicon. He when I say runs, he's in charge of the entire writing team, the editing team. He's in charge of the marketing department. He's in charge of the postal department. He's in charge of the stapling department, the photocopying department. Basically, it's all him. So he makes this wonderful zine. Have I got any just like knocking around anywhere? Have I got any just sort of just sat right next to me? Have I got any of the zines? I don't know. But yes, the Necronomicon zine is, if you like horror films, then especially the sort of low budget schlock horror films, and the low budget films that were all the rage back in the day, then do please check it out. And it's just there. Right then, Vrinda, let's have a look for you, my darling. We are going to swap the camera over. Oh, hang on a second. I haven't taken the banner off, have I? There we go. So we are going to swap the cameras. And like so. Oh, Wispy, my darling. There we go. Wispy. Vrinda Sharma would like to know. Hang on. Where is it? There we go. Question. Guidance on their career after college graduation, please. So Vrinda would like to know some guidance on their career after college graduation. So what is likely to happen? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunity is. Okay, Vrinda? So that's what we're going to look at for you, my darling. Where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunity is. But this is in a career element, Wispy. So this is in a very much a career focus. Okay, I know when we normally look at this spread, we normally look at it from a romance, but today we're looking at it from career. Right. I mean, career, not Korea, the country. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Right then, let's have a look. So then, where you are right now with your career? Oh, judgment. Vrinda, what is going on at the moment? You're feeling very judged, and judged quite harshly at the moment in your career. That's interesting. So who is it around you, or is it yourself, that are being too hard a judge on you? Because it doesn't feel like maybe this is entirely fair, because it's reversed. It's almost like saying, actually, you know, who are you to judge me, sort of thing. So this really isn't something that feels, it doesn't feel very fair. So if you're judging yourself, then you're judging yourself too harsh. If other people are judging you, then you need to tell them to go and do one, basically, because it's really not on the level. They're not being fair. They're not being kind, if that makes sense. This judgment card is a really harsh one to swallow right here. What you need to know. Oh, the 9 of Cups. Okay. So there is definitely victory coming in. So I don't know. Look, I don't know if you can see the card. So we've got all of these cups, trophies. We've got some champagne flutes, a bowl, a couple of urns, and then just a teacup. But the 9 of Cups is very high up. So cups is your emotional suit. Okay. So what you need to know is basically, if you're studying, right, something that you absolutely passionately believe in, then I think you're going to do really well career-wise, because the 9 of Cups is a really positive card when we look at what it is that you want to achieve. So if you are looking to get, if you are looking for to be happy and fulfilled emotionally at work, this is the card that's going to do it. This is absolutely the card that's going to do it. So don't worry too much about people judging you, right? Say if there's people around you, I don't know what you're studying, right? Say if you're studying, for example, hairdressing, right? And everybody else around you is going, oh, well, you know what, people who do hairdressing, it's not a very good job, blah, blah, blah. If that is your passion, then go and do it, because it's going to be fulfilled. This passion is going to be fulfilled, right? And also, people will always need their hair cutting, right? It sounds ridiculous. You got a job interview, need a haircut. You got a funeral to go to, need a haircut. Whatever people are judging, that's just an example, right? But whatever people are judging, why they are judging you, kind of, it isn't important. If your heart is absolutely, if this is determined and this is what you want to do and it's making you feel fulfilled, go for it regardless of what they say. And then the opportunity that we've got the sun. Oh my god, this is really good. So the sun is all about growth. The sun is all about growth and really positive energy. So in a 3-card spread, Vrinda, you've got 2 major arcana cards and a middle card that's talking about following your heart's desire, because you're going to make a success of it. So the sun card is fantastic because it's talking about, look at this sun energy, it's talking about growth. We've got sunflowers here, we've got the people enjoying the sunny day, having a picnic and enjoying themselves with a little doggo. We've got a family in the background. It's a beautiful sunny day. You've got this element here of this really lovely warm vibe. The sun is all about, like, nothing on earth grows without the sun. And in fact, I was watching a thing that said if the sun blinked out of existence tomorrow, like right this very second, it would be 8 minutes before we realized, and even gravity wouldn't switch off for 8 minutes. We wouldn't go hurtling into space. 8 minutes. That's how strong the sun's, how much the energy that we get from the sun is. It takes 8 minutes to get to us. And yet, everything on this planet is determined by the sun. Every single thing. Nothing grows without it. Nothing thrives without it. Humans feel better with it. Vitamin D, all of that stuff. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing thing. So this card is all about that, my darling. So I think you are going to follow your heart. Don't worry about people judging you, right? They can all... In 10, 20, 30 years time, where are those people going to be in your life? Probably not really important. Follow your heart. You are going to do really good things following your heart's desire, right? The thing that absolutely floats your boat and tickles your pickle, that is the thing that you are going to grow at. And that is the thing you're going to be really, really, really successful at, because you've got the sun card, right? I hope that helps, my darling. Whatever it is you're studying, I'll be interested to know. Let us know in the comment section what it is that you're actually studying, because it feels like you're in the right place. Does that make sense? It feels like the universe has put you in the right place at the right time, and whatever it is you're studying, it feels like you're going to do absolutely great, my darling. It really, really, really does. It feels really good. In fact, you get some applause. Well done. Well done. So yes, I hope that helps, my darling. I've just realized I moved the camera without changing it over. But there you go. Hopefully that helps. Listen, as somebody who has found their niche in this world, right? I have found something that I am good at. Divination, things like that. This general witchcraft stuff, I am quite good at it, right? It took me a long time to find my niche, and I love what I do. And it feels like you found your niche already. So stick with it. Don't let people judge you. Tell them all to do one, and just go with it, my darling. And the very, very, very best of luck to you. So yeah. Thank you very much for the question. Right then, should we open another round? Shall we have another round? What do we think? Shall we have another round? I tell you what, we'll open a round officially right now. Okay. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, my darling. Don't forget, you can always join our memberships just over here. I'm just going to leave that there. We're going to open another round, and we'll do this officially right now. Start your question with the word question, put it in the live chat, and that will come through, and I'll pick one of those at random. Or go ahead and queue jump over here at buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, or send a, not a Snapchat, what's it called? A super chat. I'm so good at this YouTube stuff. Send a super chat, and that will guarantee your reading is up next. While we do that, I'm going to introduce you to other people, amazing human beings who have also found things that they are passionate about that create the magic within them. And they happen to be two mods on this channel.
Are you a fan of 80s horror but want something different? Do you like modern horror but the regular magazines leave you a bit cold? Are you a fan of that schlocky horror that no one else seems to talk about? Check out Necronomicon, the UK horror zine from Etsy.com. Just search for Necro Neil. Blue Chalice is a small business making crafty creations for the Witcher community. From jewellery to wall hangings, witch bells to altar tiles. Why not have a look at bluechalice.etsy.com.
Okay then, so let's have a look at the questions. I'm going to quickly check if anybody has queue jumped. Back to the stream. So then I don't need to randomize this. Joe Gareth Jones, you are up, my darling. You're the only person asking a question. So then if nobody else wants a question, then we may well finish straight after this. So yes, nobody else has asked any more questions. It looks like we'll just move the camera back to there. There we go. It looks like everybody else has had their questions. The camera back to there. Looks like everybody else has had their questions answered tonight, so that is fantastic. So then, mods, it looks like we might be finishing early after all. So then, let's have a look. Joe Gareth Jones, Jogareth Jones. I'm on the wrong button screen. There we go. Press the button. I'm working on if only StreamYard had hotkeys that I could press one button and it changed my camera. It's not quite there yet, but it's almost there. Right then, my darling. So Joe Gareth, let's have a look. Can I please just have something? Love, life, anything. There's a person, P, that I'm unsure about where it's heading. Thank you. Well, have a look for you, my darling. Wispy. There we go. Cleanse the energy around from the other readings. So then, Joe Gareth Jones. Wispy, Joe Gareth Jones would like to know, can they please have something? Love, life, anything. There's a person that they're unsure about where it's heading. So how about then, my darlings? How about we do the situation in general, the obstacle, and how to overcome it? That's going to be the reading we use, the spread we use today, Wispy. By the way, everybody, I am working on some videos of, well, there's lots of Halloween tarot decks coming up. So Halloweeny inspired tarot and oracle decks. There's one we've done, the Hocus Pocus deck is already being done. That's out, that came out last Monday. Tomorrow there's another one. We've got an oracle deck coming out tomorrow, where I do a full review of the deck. Is it any good for Spooktober? Is it any good for Halloween? Do I recommend the deck? Who could it be for? Like, is it a good deck for beginners? All of that. And I'm also working on some videos for new tarot spreads and spreads for beginners, intermediates, spreads for shadow work, because I'm doing quite a lot of shadow work as well. So there's lots of videos coming your way over the next few weeks. And in fact, I've got a whole list now with about a year's worth of videos. So do stick around. Don't forget, all of our members over here at buymeacoffee.com, you can be a member from just £5 a month. Well, actually from £3 a month if you just want to chip in and help support the channel. But £5 a month gets you all of the videos at least a day early. 9 times out of 10 at the moment, they're a few weeks early. And you also get a members only chat every Sunday evening at 6. So we do an hour's chat before we do the live stream. And we also do, we're going to be doing another members Q&A. So that'll be coming up as well. And I'm also looking at a tarot after dark. So yes, a couple of the decks I've been using for Spooktober are so deep and so intense, there might have to be an after hours, a super after hours members only stream where we do readings that are very, very intense. So make sure you if you're interested in things like that, make sure you click over to here, buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic, and join our membership. Right then, Joe Gareth, let's have a look at, not at you, because we're on, that's not how television, television. Oh, I wish. That's not how the internet works, Lisa. I mean, it can work that way. So we're going to do another cut just to make sure, because I can't remember whether I cut them or not, but here we go. Right, Wispy. The situation. Here we go. Oh, the Chariot. Right. Is this about P? So, first of all, the Chariot. Let me bring up my magic button here. So that's what the Chariot normally looks like, right? Somebody on a chariot with a drape over them, flying a flag, victory, victory, victory. This Chariot is a little bit different. This Chariot is talking about a journey. So you can see we've got things. So we've got the horse here. We've got, I'm not sure what that is there, but we've got the 2 rollerblades instead of the sphinxes that often, the sphinxes, I can't say that word properly, that often carry the chariot and pull the chariot along. You can see here just there's a white wreath around their head, which is the victory wreath. So there's a journey here, there's a movement, there's momentum going on, and this is the current situation, but it is reversed, which means I don't think it's heading in the way that you want it to, Joe Gareth. It feels like if this is about P, it's almost like, right, it's almost like you were going down the right path and now you're kind of, for some reason, the road is just turning this way and you're like, I thought we were going over there. And you're like, no, we seem to be heading in a slightly different direction now. Do you know what I mean? And that change in direction, that change in where your journey is headed, if that isn't agreed in advance, that's going to feel very off-putting. Okay, so where you're saying about you're unsure where it's heading, literally I think it was going in one direction and now it's kind of veered off course a little bit, which is going to be difficult to deal with, because literally it's like, well, hang on 1 second, we're all good and dandy, and the next minute we're going somewhere else. What the hell is going on? Now, what you need to know, oh gosh, right, this does not mean death, right? This does not mean a physical end. This does not mean somebody's passing away. This does not mean that. The death card is literally talking about transformation and transition. Okay, so there is a massive change going on. So the standard death card you often see like this, right? Which for me is a lot scarier. This death card, you can see we've got, yes, we've got the, you know, old Bony Bones himself, but we've also got grandmother, parents, and a child. So we've got the different stages of life. We've also got a new moon, an eclipse, and a full moon, or a dark moon and a full moon. So we've got the lunar phases going on. We've also got butterflies, because butterflies are transformational. They literally go from, you know, the caterpillar to the butterfly. But we've also got a snake. Now, the snake in the tarot deck is not a nasty symbol. It's a transformational, because the snake sheds its skin. And so every now and then there is a transformation. And what this card is talking about is literally, it's like closing the chapter of a book, right? You close that chapter, and if it's well written, then you can't wait to start the new chapter. Or it's like if you're reading, I don't know, like the Suki Stackhouse books, or a series of the Harry Potter books even, right? Whatever the series of books are, it's like you finish one book and you go, oh, that was really good. I can't wait for the next one. And you really want to grab the next book and pick it up and start reading. That's what this card is all about, okay? So whatever has happened, it feels like you've been taken down a different path. This is what you need to know. So it feels like there is a big change that is going on with P, right? Not necessarily with the two of you together, but with P themselves. So whatever's happening, it feels like they are undergoing quite a significant shift right now. And then we've got the opportunity card, and the opportunity we've got, oh my God, you've got, out of 3 cards, you've got 3 majors, right? The opportunity card, we've got the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is normally seen as like a papal figure, a pope or somebody like that in the church. The way that this card looks at it is it's more of a guide, more of a teacher, a guru, but this is also reversed. So the opportunity here is not for you to be the guru, but for you to not give advice, but to heed advice. So somebody around you has basically been saying, look, or even your gut instinct, right? Your red flag. Hang on, I'm going to swap cameras, because this is an important reading, because all 3 are major cards. So basically what that means, right, is that the major arcana are the shouty cards. These are the news headlines of the tarot deck, right? So the rest of the cards are like the details of the story. The shouty cards, the headlines, are the ones that are super important, right? They're the ones that are screaming, that are like, this is the news, this is what's happening in the world, right? These are the big shouty cards. So the Hierophant here is saying you need some advice and guidance here, right? This is the opportunity, but it's reversed. So it's saying, look, if somebody is telling you already, be careful of this one. If your gut instinct is saying, be careful of this one. If you're getting the if you're getting the red alert klaxons warning, right? You're getting that happening, then chances are there is a reason for that. If it feels like, if you look at these 3 cards together, right, they tell a story themselves, right? What is the story? Hang on, I got that one, and that one. So what is the story? You start off going down a different path than what you were expecting, going in a different journey than what you were expecting, right? That path feels skewed. It feels not quite what you agreed on. So it's almost like, I don't know why my brain goes to this, but it's almost like you have a consensual kink, right? And you say, okay, our safe word is going to be potato. And then it feels like you've said potato a couple of times and things haven't been stopped. Do you know what I mean? Or it feels like, oh, I really love you, and we're going to do this, all this lovely things, and we're going to go romantic, and it's going to be super lovely, and we'll have a holiday this year, and we'll go for a really lovely holiday in the sun. And now you're like, it's October. Where's my bloody holiday in the sun then? You know what I mean? It's like not quite going down the same path. And then we've got this transformation. So something has happened. Something big has happened. It's like everything. Thank you, Shirley. It's like everything got derailed, right? Big change. So something somewhere, it's like we're going along. Everything's fantastic. Monday, everything's fantastic. Tuesday, everything's fantastic. Wednesday, everything's gone to shit. Thursday, we're now going in a different direction. And it's like whatever's happened, it went plop. There was a big event or something has happened and shifted, and it's now meant that when you're looking for advice and when you're looking for how to get round, how to get past this, it's like the advice that you couldn't see before, the advice that you weren't able to take, that advice is still here because you've got the Hierophant, right? So this is that guide, that teacher. So whatever's been going on with P, it really does feel like maybe I don't know why Nightbot is kicking off. I don't know why Nightbot's kicking off, Shirley. But yeah, it feels, to be honest with you, Joe Gareth, it feels like maybe if this reading feels like it's hitting home, if it feels like maybe the candle's just burning out, I was like, I smell smoke. If it feels like things have gone down a very different path, then you need to listen to that gut instinct, my darling. Okay. Again, you make all your own decisions about your own life, but it really does feel like something big has altered along the way. And I hope that helps. I really do hope that helps. I think I just in your question, I think that this person might not be everything they say they are, put it that way. And with that, my darling, I'm going to say thank you ever so much for your question. Right then, does anybody else want a tarot reading? If not, I am very happy to. It might be because of the emojis. Oh, no problem, Joe Gareth. No problem at all, my darling. I hope it helped. That is literally what we're here for. Literally, that's literally what we're here for. Give advice, to be here when people need it, not necessarily when they want it, but when it's needed, to look at some pretty pictures of some lovely cards and talk about a story that they tell. That's all I do. You make all your own decisions. I just read what the cards are telling me. And yeah, if nobody else wants a tarot reading, then I think that might be it for tonight, everybody. It is, I think it was the word beginning with P. What word beginning with P? What word beginning with P? What did you use? Potato. Potato. Potato, potato. Potato, potato. Potato 2, potato 3, potato 4, 5, potato 6, potato 7, potato more. I don't know why. Firefly Magic. Go on then. Go on then. Go on then. You've just sneaked in just as I was about to end the stream. Go on. I'll do yours as well, my darling. And then I think this might be the last one tonight. Unless anybody else wants a reading. If you do, you can do one of two things. Put it into the live chat, starting with the word question. And I'll pick one at random. Or super chat. That's the word. I keep saying screen chat or the other thing. What's the other thing? The yellow thing. What's the yellow thing? The app. I can't remember now. My brain's gone numb. What's it called? This is ADHD live and in full Technicolor glory. Anyway, right. Snapchat. That's what my brain keeps flipping to. Right. Anyway, so Firefly Magic. Wispy, my darling. Wispy, wispy, wispy. Thank you. So then, Wispy, Firefly Magic would like to know. Hang on. There we go. Firefly Magic would like to know. They spoke their truth with Aries and turned their back. Are we done? Or does he intend to pursue? So then, Firefly Magic, let's have a look. So, Wispy, Firefly Magic spoke their truth to Aries and he turned his back. No, other way around. Firefly Magic turned their back. So Firefly Magic turned their back, spoke to Aries and then turned their back. Is the Aries going to come running, or are they done? Let's have a look. Is this it? Are they done? Are the bridges burned? Oh, no, there's multiple cards there, Wispy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Super chat like Superman. Imagine the Superman pose. It's not going to work, Holland. My brain just goes, Snapchat. Right. Here we go. Really? Okay. Okay. Okay, Wispy. Okay, Wispy. We're being, I'm riffle. I think Wispy just likes to see me suffer. Look at that, that's not even, they didn't even connect. Wispy, what are you doing? Why am I doing a riffle shuffle? See, because my hands are not strong enough. Well, there we go. Wispy, you wanted a riffle shuffle. You got a riffle shuffle. So then, here we go. We're going to do your cart, and we want to know. We're going to do the where you are. Yeah, where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunity is. Where you are. So, where are you? You are. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Okay, right. I tell you what. I'm going to flip the cards and then we'll read. Two of Swords. That's more expected. Yep. And the Magician. Wow. Right. Okay. Hang on a second. There you go. Right. So, Wheel of Fortune. What does the Wheel of Fortune mean? The Wheel of Fortune is literally what it says on the tin, right? It is like spinning that Wheel of Fortune. Now, the thing is, if you've ever been to a casino, this is like spinning the roulette wheel, right? You can bet all your money on red, or bet all your money on black, or bet all your money on 47. I don't know what numbers are on a roulette wheel. 6. There you go. I'm sure there's a number 6, right? 10. Bet all your money on 10. Is it going to come up? Probably not. Are you going to lose a lot of money? Probably. But you could also win big. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is how the Wheel of Fortune gets you. A lot of people see the Wheel of Fortune as being this really nice, fluffy, just spin the wheel and see where it lands. No, 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 no. Because the Wheel of Fortune is all about risk and reward. Okay. Now, a lot of people only see it as a reward. The risk element. So you've got the different elements here. So we've got air, we've got water, we've got earth, if you like the wands, and we've got fire. So we've got the different signifiers here. But you spin this wheel, and the thing is, you have to be prepared to risk everything, right? So when you spoke your truth to Aries, when you spoke your truth and turned your back, you have to be prepared to walk away. Call it quits. That is what I've done. I spoke my truth. You don't like it? Well, screw you. This is my truth, right? And that is the risk. That is always going to be a risk. If you did it so that he comes running back and says, oh, Firefly Magic, take me back. I can change. I've done wrong. I've learnt my lesson, blah, 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 blah. No, 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 no. You spoke your truth. That in and of itself has virtue. It has great weight. And that is something that you need to learn to live by now, even if it means that that Wheel of Fortune, when it stopped on Aries has done a bunk, right? If that's what's happened, you spoke your truth. You've done what you needed to do. Don't go back on that. Don't like, if you weren't prepared to risk it, then don't spin that wheel in the first place, is basically what it's saying. Now, it's already been spun. Whatever's happened has happened. And the next card, what you need to know, I think this is telling you very, very clearly, because the Two of Swords is literally cross words. So it's cross swords, but it's cross words, right? That's literally what the card is. And that's telling you what you need to know. And I think this is literally saying, do you know what? The two of you are at loggerheads. The two of you now are in different, you want almost completely different things. And it's like you've created your own nemesis. It's like you're Batman and you've dropped Joe Napier in the vat of acid and he's become the Joker. And then it turns out Joe Napier is the one that shot your mum and dad, according to the film, and created Batman in the first place. So it all comes full circle. But it's literally, you spoke your truth and now you're at crosswords, and that's that. It isn't going to be, this isn't a thing you can take back, right? It's like you've said, you really do my head in, your farts stink, I really don't like the way that your mother treats me, and by the way, her pancakes taste like cardboard. And now you're at crosswords. And the opportunity card, this is for you to move on, right? And this is for you to move on with power. So it's really interesting that you've spoke your truth, because this magician card is all about truth, right? The magician, if I give you an idea of what the standard card looks like, it's a bit boring. Somebody in a red robe holding up one hand pointed down. This is more of a scientific kind of study magician. Still got the same elements though. We've got a wand in their hand here. We've got an infinity symbol. Never quite shows up because it's white on beige or white on cream. You can just about see it there. Look, infinity symbol. We've got the 4 elements from the tarot set. So we've got the swords, we've got the wand, we've got the pentacles, and we've got the cups represented here by these different tools. We've got an Ouroboros, so the snake eating itself like in the world. So there's all these different elements here going on. The magician has the power. The magician is the one that can form the world around them. And this is your opportunity now, my darling. You've spoke your truth, and now you get to live your truth. You get to manifest your truth. You get to make your truth whole and to live your truth, okay? Whether that is with the Aries or not, I don't think it is, but you have the opportunity now to make your world what you want it to be and what you need it to be able to live your truth. And my gut instinct is saying that isn't including the Aries. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully, my darling, that makes a bit of sense. But that is it for your reading. Thank you ever so much. And yeah, hopefully that helps. Let me just swap back to the other camera. There we go. And oh, Doncaster Unitarians. Hello, Doncaster Unitarians. Hi. It's very interesting. You are happy to speak up and address the issue. Well, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that works. What's this? What's thrown everybody off? What? I don't know what it is. Potato. 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 I don't know what's happening. I don't know why Potato has done that. Potato shouldn't be a banned word, so I don't know what is going on. A chip off the oh gosh. You're happy to speak up and address the issue. Hopefully, my darling, hopefully that helps and it answers some questions. Why is potato? How very, very, very strange. Hang on, let me see if I can. I might be able to. Bear with me. I might be able to. Can I? No, I can only put you in timeout, Shirley. I can't lift your timeout, unfortunately. So I don't know what Nightbot is doing there. I really, really don't. But yes, that is going to be it, everybody. It is now 10 to 9. And yeah, unless anybody sends a buy me a coffee or a Q jump over there or a super chat in the next couple of seconds, then that is going to be it from us today. I don't know why Nightbot doesn't like the word potato. I've got no idea. Maybe it's not something I've set up. So maybe it's maybe he needs peeling. Yay. Maybe it's It might be one of those words that here in the UK is quite innocuous, but in other countries, it might be like a slang term for something. I don't know. But it's definitely not something that I've programmed it, because I can put certain words into Nightbot and ban, like the God word, not because I don't want anybody talking about God, but because it's a word that's used against like metaphysical channels quite a bit. So that's why that word is in there. But I certainly haven't got anything against the word potato. I quite like potatoes, jacket potatoes, chips, boiled potatoes, air fried potatoes, mashed potatoes, potato shapes, potato squares, potato and onion bargy things. Oh, they're yummy. I like potatoes. But anyway, that is going to be it. Nobody else seems to have sent anything over on the Q jump. Nope. So I can come out of that one. And it looks like that is good. I definitely spilled coffee in my mouse. I might have to stick it on the radiator or something, and just make sure that it dries out properly. But that is going to be it then, everybody, today. Thank you ever so much for asking questions. Thank you ever so much for joining. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream as much as I have tonight. So if my energy's been a bit low, I am in fact quite tired, but yes, thank you for being here. It always embiggens my heart, as they say. You absolute potato. No, I know that's the only thing I was thinking, Holland, is that maybe it's used as a pejorative somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for being here tonight with us. Thank you very much. Don't forget, next Tuesday, the next stream is on Tuesday. Tomorrow, though, I have another video going up looking at a spooky deck. Do I have it here? Oh, yes. So tomorrow's deck is the Season of the Witch Samhain Oracle card, Oracle deck. That is coming up tomorrow. I look through it, I review it, I do a flip through, and then I use it in a reading. Now, tomorrow is where these start getting interesting, because the readings start getting a little bit close to home. That's all I'm saying. Some of these cards, some of these decks that I have reviewed for Halloween, for Spooktober, some of them are a little bit spooky, very, very close to home. This one, not so much, the Halloween, the Hocus Pocus deck. But anyway, that is going to be it from us, everybody. Don't forget, check out that deck review when it comes up tomorrow. Do also keep an eye out for the next podcast issue. The next podcast episode should be out, coming up probably next week, because I am expecting another Witch Casket box and another Witch Casket review to be hitting the YouTubes a little later on this week. But anyway, that is going to be it from me. And all I've got to say is thank you ever so much to my wonderful team of moderators. They are all some amazingly blessed people, and I love them all very, very much. And of course, thank you to all of the channel members. Thank you to all of the subscribers. And thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody that asked questions tonight. And even if you haven't liked the video, you aren't a member, you're not a subscriber, you've just sat and listened to this random person on the YouTubes do some tarot readings, thank you very much for being here as well. And as I always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I'll see you next time. Tuesday evening at 7. Take care.